The following is a special presentation of Retro Sports Network. It's also a live one, too. Home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Hi there, everybody. My name is Ron Juckett. Got a cough drop in my mouth. I'm okay, though. I meant to do this a couple minutes ago and got running late. Today, we pay tribute to the late Elgin Baylor. Baylor, NBA Hall of Famer, passed away earlier this week at the age of 86, and so we figured that we would pay tribute to him. Now, trying to find the right game or season was difficult. A couple of you asked for a game against the Celtics, and that was what I thought I was going to do. But I have a tendency to lose tribute games for people, and what you asked for was the 1968-69 NBA final game between the Celtics and the Lakers, which the Lakers lost. In fact, Elgin Baylor never won an NBA championship. Hard to believe. I know. They won after he retired. So I decided to try to stack the deck a little bit, and I went back to 1960, October 1960, for instance, to be exact, and the first game ever in Los Angeles for the Lakers. Remember, the Lakers were an original NBA team, but they played in Minneapolis. And so Elgin Baylor, his first two seasons in the NBA, were with the Minneapolis Lakers. And so in the fall of 1960, what would become the most stable and productive team in the city, professional team in the city of the Angels, came to pass. The Lakers open up their home schedule, first game ever, and that's what we're going to show for you right now, or play for you right now. It's the New York Knicks coming to Los Angeles, the first of back-to-back nights in real life. And we go back to October 1960 to pay tribute to Elgin Baylor. As Retro Sports Network presents a tribute game. Tonight, it's the Los Angeles Lakers from the Memorial Sports Arena in downtown Los Angeles against the New York Knickerbockers. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So, that's what the court looked like. This predates the form in Los Angeles. The starting five for the Knicks: Richie Guerin, the point guard; Garmaker, the two guard; Knowles, their other big scorer, the small forward; Sears, hopefully he doesn't have a softer side, at the power forward; and Darrell Imhoff is your center. The computer is running the Knicks. I'm running the Lakers. Jerry West, the logo, at the point. Frank Selvey, the shooting guard. The man of the hour, Elgin Baylor. At small forward, LaRusso at the power forward, and Felix at the center. So Willie Knowles, Darrell Imhoff, Dick Garmaker, Richie Guerin, and Kenny Sears versus I don't know why the Lakers aren't showing up. So there you go. And we'll wait for the tip here. Carl Braun, the coach of the Knicks, by the way, and Fred Schaus, the coach of the Lakers. Tip is won by West, and remember, we'll have a tip at every quarter. So LaRusso, out on the paint. Going to take the outside jumper over Knowles. And that is good, and it's 2-0 Lakers to start this one off. Baylor picks up the assist. Now Guerin the other way. Garmaker. Back to Guerin at the foul line, defended by West. Jumper, no. Baylor with the rebound, his first. And the Lakers will walk it up. West has it. Going to feed the ball to Selvey. Baylor in the paint from the left. And Baylor has to call time. So let's get these first names right. Jerry West. Frank Selvey. Elgin Baylor, averaging 43 minutes a game. Rudy LaRusso. And Ray Felix. LaRusso to Abound by Me. Again, Baylor by the edge of the paint. Lays it off the glass. And no, Sears with a rebound for the Knicks. Garmaker. Long jumper, good. And the Knicks have tied this game at 2. Knowles tips it in. Read the text before you do that. We're not quite in sync. So West locks it up. The Lakers are not in gold, as that logo kind of suggests. Their uniforms are white with blue numbers and blue letters. They'll pass it around. Selvey, foul line extended right. Will drive on Garmaker. In the paint, he shoots, and that's good. 4-2 LA. Jerry West gets his first assist. Here's the Knicks. Guerin and West paints it out to Garmaker. Baseline, long right to Guerin. Guerin waits, and he double dribbles. And by God, they actually would call it. So the Lakers will have the ball. They're going to try to feed Ray Felix on a give and go. West walks it up. Finds Felix just outside the paint. It's a jump hook for Felix and is blocked by Imhoff. And Selvey will grab the rebound for the Lakers. Tosses it back out to West. And they'll set this up now. Baylor working one-on-one versus Sears. Goes in the paint. Short jumper, good. Baylor's got his first 2 of the night. And it's 6-2 LA. Guerin the other way. Feeds Imhoff on a pick and roll. Imhoff, little runner. Yes, 6-4. So, this is from the 60-61 season. The first ever Los Angeles Lakers game in Los Angeles. They didn't start the year in LA. They started on the road. And when they settled in, of course, there was no other team out there at that time. Everyone kind of did home, a couple games out before they traveled back to the East Coast. West hands it off to Baylor. In the key, turnaround jumper, no. Felix with the rebound. His first. And he'll go back up with it for the second-hand shot. And Knowles reaches over, deflects it. But Sears will draw the foul. 2 shots coming for Felix. 2 minutes into the game. So Ray Felix, no changes for the Lakers, no changes for the Knicks. 2-shot foul. He's a 70% free throw shooter, and of course he misses the first. Felix bounces the ball, misses them both. And ignore the chalkboard. Selvey got the rebound to Jerry West, and West will set up the half-court offense again. West will call his own number from the foul line. 18-footer, no. Rebound, Baylor. Guerin with a good defense. Baylor and Imhoff fight for it. Baylor gets it. Elgin trying to shoot this one. Penetrates over Sears. No! Another shot missed. But Knowles will foul him. That's a second-team foul, and Baylor will go to the line for 2. Elgin, in 1960-61, a 78% free throw shooter. And 43% from the field overall. First one's good, 7-4 Lakers. A lot of free throws in this era because you went to the line at least for 1 on every defensive foul. Second one is good. Baylor has 4. 8-4 Lakers. Just the start of things here. Guerin walks it up the other way. He takes a jumper from the wing and hits. It's 8-6. Now West. Going to find Baylor again. Sears not great defensively. Little runner is good. And Elgin's got 6. Guerin the other way. Imhoff, baseline. Cross court to Sears. Guarded by Baylor. Over to Garmaker. Foul line extended right. Does he try the jumper? He's going to drive on Selvey. And no! Off the rim and out. Nollis with the tip. No. Jerry West with the rebound. And West... That's an error in the game. You shouldn't be shooting on a defensive rebound immediately. Well, lock it up. Wasn't a fast break either. They'll pass it around again. Baylor. Back to West at the top of the key. West will shoot off the rim. And the rebound is out of bounds. Ignore the chalkboard there. And it will be Knickerbocker ball. Knicks in the blue uniforms, kind of like a modern 76ers uniform. White letters, white numbers, and red and white down the side. How American for a team named after some Dutch. Guerin walks it up. Outside, foul line right, no. Felix gets the rebound, that's his second, and the Lakers are going to run. Baylor on the fast break. Baylor. Cross court to Selvey. The Knicks got back. And that's a steal by Garmaker. Will the Knicks run the other way? Yes, they do. They have 3-on-1. Guerin, right side. 3-on-1 fast break. Drives in the paint. No! Pull-up jumper, no. Selvey with the rebound. And now the Lakers will walk it up. 10-6 LA, 8:34 first quarter. This time LaRusso will get the call. West, foul line right, passes it with Selvey, waits for it. LaRusso works off a screen over Knowles. Does he get the little runner? No. Rebound goes to... Oh, he's fouled by Sears. So it's a second on Sears. And LaRusso, who's a 79% free throw shooter, goes to the line for 2. And he hits the first. Do the Knicks make a change? Yes, they do. Green. Johnny Green. And the second year out of Michigan State comes in. Kenny Sears out of Santa Clara, West Coast boy. Sits with the 2 fouls. Second one from LaRusso was no good. Garmaker will get the rebound. 11-6 Lakers. Now Guerin, top of the key, passes it around. Fed into Imhoff. Back out to Green. Knicks working some clock. Garmaker, jumper from 15. No. LaRusso with the rebound. Baylor, and there's a loose ball fall on Baylor, and Nollis will go the line for 1. Or not. Yeah, there is a 24-second clock. If you see where it says 8:08 on the screen, you can see the 24-second. 54-55 was the first year of that mark. And so the free throw is good. And it is 11-7 Los Angeles. Lakers don't like what they see. West. Now Felix. Baseline right. Going to take a shot as soon as I hit the button. Over Imhoff. Loose defense, and that's good. So 13-7 Lakers. 4 minutes gone. Baylor, his second assist. Now Garmaker. It's pick and roll with Nautilus. Garmaker takes it himself. That's all no good. Felix with the... Garmaker falls to the floor. No foul is called. Knicks want one. Felix with the rebound, and the Lakers set it back up. Jerry West is the call here. Selvey, foul line extended left. And Selvey runs into Guerin, I guess, on the screen, and they call it on Selvey. So, offensive foul. No changes for the Lakers needed. So Guerin, Feeds Green on the pick and roll. Little teardrop shot, you betcha. 13-9 Lakers. West walks it across. Going to feed Baylor inside. Green guarding Baylor. Baylor jumper in off the glass and in. So 8 for Elgin and Baylor, and it's 15-9. Now Nollis the other way. He's in the paint. Baylor picked his pocket. Do they run the break? They do. 3-on-2. Fast break. West. West. Over Garmaker. Lays it off the glass and in. So Jerry West's first 2 points of the night makes it 17-9. Guerin. Top of the key. Over to Garmaker. Back to Guerin. They wait for the shot. Cross court to Green. In the paint. Over LaRusso. Little runner. No. And Selvey gets the rebound. That's his 4th. And the Lakers have numbers the other way. West and Selvey. Selvey back. Selvey over to West. West drives. No. And the rebound is loose on the floor. The finger roll was no, but Garmaker gets called for the foul, and West will go to the line for 2. So Jerry West with a devilish free throw percentage of .666. He's got 2 points, 2 assists, and a rebound already. Lakers will go to their bench in a moment. First free throw was no good. Howie Jolliffe will come in at center. And Hot Rod Hundley for the Lakers will go in at the shooting guard. Second free throw from West is good. And it's 18-9. Los Angeles has doubled. The Knicks. Guerin walks it up. Garmaker outside from the foul line is going to drive over Baylor in the paint. That's good. So Dick Garmaker with his first basket. 6:11 to go. Baylor working himself open. Guarded by Johnny Green. Hot Rod Hundley. And to pass inside to Baylor. But Baylor is called for a second foul. And Elgin's going to have to sit. It wouldn't be a tribute game if someone didn't get in trouble. So Tom Hawkins will come in. Baylor is 8 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists in the early going. Guerin for the Knicks the other way. Sets a screen for Green. Guerin, jumper no. Jolliffe with it. That's his first board. Lakers have numbers. West and Hundley back on Guerin and Garmaker. West is going to drive in the paint. And that is the Hundley. Quick dish. No. Rebound is by Guerin the other way. Now Guerin walks it up. Got it knocked loose. He picks it back up. Drives over West. Off the glass and in. 18-13. Lakers by 5. 4 points for Guerin. West looks for LaRusso. Baseline left. Be a long jumper if he takes it. He does. No. Jolliffe in the paint with a rebound. That's his second. Jolliffe. Second chance effort over Imhoff is going to be off the glass. Green gets in, and tough defense. That was, and commits the foul. That's how tough the defense was. There was contact. So Jolliffe, not a great free throw shooter, will go to the line for 2. And Howie misses the first. Palmer in for Imhoff for the Knicks. Baylor comes in at power forward. We'll pretend he can't get his third foul. And Bob Leonard will give Jerry West a break. Jolliffe misses the second. Palmer snags the rebound, and here come the Knicks. Guerin into Knowles. Green. Cross court to Garmaker. Now Knowles in the square. Over to Palmer. Inside, Baylor guarding him. Palmer trying to draw the foul, but instead gets the basket. It's 18-15. Hunley and Leonard. Hunley running the floor. Feeds Baker. Pick and roll. You liking this, John? Baylor. Jumper, no. Palmer will get the rebound. Hawkins came down with the rebound. And he throws it out to Leonard. Leonard going to drive on Guerin. Top of the key. Can he get anything? No! Guerin picked his pocket. Steal by Guerin. The Knicks don't run the break. Guerin with an outside jumper. No. Good defense. Hits the top of the board and goes out to L.A. So this is, if you joined us late, the first game ever in Los Angeles for the Lakers from October 1960. We wanted to choose Baylor when he was young. Bobby, the Slick Leonard, is a legend. Oh, okay. And so this is the original Lakers home court. Pre-form. And if you notice, towards the bottom of the screen, out white jerseys, what the Lakers wore their first few years at home. They'll inbound it. Leonard, top of the key from Hunley. Give and go to Leonard. He drives, and it's stolen by Palmer. And the Knicks have a 4-on-3 the other way. Garmaker tries the jump. No, passes to Guerin. Back to Garmaker. Guerin in the paint. No. And off the glass, and no. Ball is loose. Hawkins comes away with it for Los Angeles, and they'll lock it up. You would have tied that color? Which? Leonard for Baylor. Goes in the paint over Green. Short runner. Yes! 10 for Elgin. Now New York. Knowles. Willie. In the paint the other way. Over Hawkins. Spins. Shoots. Hits! Is this the Gio Gonzalez retirement game? No. It's what someone called last night Jucket's BS tribute games. Baylor. Just outside the paint from Leonard. Baylor over Green again. And Green knocks it out of bounds. Or Baylor tried the extra pass and it didn't work, so it'll be the Knicks ball. 3:38 to go, first quarter. It's a 3-point game. 2017 Lakers. But yeah, I did see that. Yes, exactly. That's what BS always means. Bigly successful. No changes for the Lakers. Guerin to Garmaker. Back to Guerin. Top of the key. Good. And it's a 1-point game. 20-19. Nothing but net from Richie Guerin. Leonard. Foul line right. And he goes to the rack and he loses it out of bounds. And the Knicks will take over. So that is the 8th turnover for the Lakers. The Knicks have 2. 3:14 to go, first quarter. Guerin. Knowles now top of the foul line. Going to drive on Hawkins off the glass and in. The Knicks take the lead 21-20. Jerry West trying to get rested up. They need him on the floor. Leonard trying to give and go to Baylor. Green guarding him closely. Baylor in the paint. Short jumper is good, and Elgin's got 12. The Lakers go back ahead by 1. Now Green the other way. Backs in, but 3 seconds in the lane is a turnover. And the Lakers will get it. 2:44 to go in the opening stanza. Waiting for everyone to get back to 100%. Leonard. Trying to find Hawkins. Baseline or foul line left. Hunley in the perimeter. Feeds Hawkins. Lays it up off the glass. He drives in. No. Baylor and Palmer fight for the rebound. Baylor has it. That's his 3rd. Baylor. Again in the paint. Over Green. Shoots. Good. And the Lakers go up by 3. 24-21. Now Knowles. Low block. Whistle. Knocked out of bounds. And it will be Knickerbocker ball. So McNeil replaces Garmaker as a shooting guard. And West and Hundley come in for, or West and Sylvie come in for Hundley and Leonard. Slick Leonard hit 2 game-winning free throws to win the 1953 NCAA title for Indiana, and then went on to coach the Pacers. He's 90 and still does some radio for the Pacers. How cool is that? Gary Alcorn will come in to play center. Green inbounds for New York across the way from me. Top side from Guerin. Green with a runner over Baylor, and that's good. You know, it's a 1-point game. 2:15 to go, first quarter. Selvey this time. Parked foul line, extended right. West walks it up over to Selvey. Well, he back out to West. Selvey, Hawkins rather. West waits. Selvey, Lakers being patient. Long jumper, good! 3-point lead for the Lakers. And 4 for Frank Selvey. Now Gary out to McNeil on the right. McNeil drives over Selvey and good. So they trade back-to-back baskets. This time, West will try to feed Baylor over Knowles. Selvey to Alcorn. West feeds Baylor in the paint. Elgin shoots over Knowles, and that's good. Elgin having himself a quarter. He's got 16 already. 1:35 to go. Guerin, jumper from the foul line. No, out of bounds, and the Lakers will have it. 1:23 to go. Bud goes in for Knowles, who sits for the first time with 7 points. And the starting 5 are now on the floor for the Lakers. Nobody in the bonus yet. 1:23 to go. West tries to take advantage of McNeil on Felix on the mismatch. Baylor. And that's hit out of bounds, and I believe it's going to be LA ball. It is. McNeil goes to the point for the Knicks. Garmaker, who's still pretty tired, comes back on the floor for New York. 28-25 last minute. First quarter, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Baylor has the ball. He's going to shoot. Little runner in the paint. Good. Elgin has 18 points in the first quarter. He's hit 5 straight. Knicks bring it quickly up. McNeil to Bud. Foul line right. Jumper is good. And it's 30-27. 51 seconds to go. West trying to find LaRusso. Drives inside on Green. Turnaround runner is good. Rudy's got 5. Here come the Knicks. Palmer the other way. Off the glass. He drove on Felix. No. Rebound being batted around. LaRusso gets it. 28 seconds. 4-on-1 for the Lakers. As Chick would say, this is a gold rush. Selvey drives over to Baylor. New York slowed the break. Baylor off the glass. No. He'll get his own rebound, however. That's his 4th. Baylor, second bite of the cherry. No. That is loose on the floor. Baylor wants a foul, and Palmer is called for the hands. So 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Baylor going to the line for 2. Elgin, 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Misses the first. Lakers are 4 for 11 from the free throw line. Guerin goes in at the point. So does Knowles. And the Lakers already have their starting 5 on the floor. Second one for Elgin Baylor is good, and the lead is 6, 33-27. 19 points for Elgin Baylor. Let's see if the Knicks will work the last shot. Guerin from McNeil. Drives. No. Bud gets the board, but the buzzer sounds, and that will be the end of one. As we honor Elgin Baylor, we'll get the tip in a second. Elgin, Baylor has 19 points. The second quarter right after this. A speaker wants my undivided attention. Alexa, what's my notification?
One new notification. From Amazon Shopping. Gatorade Thirst Quencher has arrived.
Oh, goody. I get more Gatorade. She'll kill me. Anyway, so Baylor, 11 minutes, 8 for 12 from the field, 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. I think I did all right for picking this game, didn't I? So no changes, and remember, at the end of each quarter in the 60s, we do another tip. The Lakers shooting 60% from the floor, the Knicks 46. Felix and Imhoff get ready for the jump. It's tossed up and won by the Lakers. Jerry West will control it. LaRusso. Baseline left over Knowles. And LaRusso tries for the steal and hits it. Knowles went for the gamble. LaRusso put it up, and he's got 7, and he's going to get a 3-point chance as Sears draws his 3rd foul. So Green back in the game as Sears goes to the bench with foul number 3. LaRusso, a 79% free throw shooter, already has 7 in the game and a rebound. This is to make it an 8-point game. Nope. Free throw is missed. Green will snag it, and the Knicks start the other way. Guerin to Knowles, top of the key. Over to McNeil. McNeil to Guerin. Into Green. Over West. Green off the glass. And good. All that for 12 seconds. 6 for Green off the bench. Lakers don't like what they see. They'll set it back up. Now Baylor being guarded by Imhoff. Baylor, 15 on the clock, in the post, runs a 10-footer. That's no good. Elgin should get his own rebound back. He does. Second bite of the cherry over Guerin this time. Off the glass, no. Imhoff will grab it. His first rebound of the game, and here come the Knicks the other way. Guerin in the paint to Darryl Imhoff. Little runner from Guerin is good. Or is it Imhoff? It says Imhoff. And Imhoff got the basket. 4 assists for Guerin. It's a 4-point game, 35-31. West, pick and roll to Baylor in the paint. Elgin, going to go up over Green. Jumper, no. Green gets the Knowles gets the rebound, his 3rd. And here come the the Knicks, rather. Green out to McNeil. Cross court to Knowles. Foul line right. Willie paints into Green. Selvey guarding Green. Little jumper. No. LaRusso snags the rebound for the Selvey, rather. Making it hard to do the play-by-play when the text and the chalkboard don't mix. How you doing? Happy almost weekend for you. I vaguely remember the NBA from the 70s there, Mark. Before my time, LaRusso. Pick and roll with West. Selvey sets the screen. LaRusso up over Knowles. Back out to Selvey. To LaRusso. And Knowles picked his pocket. There's a steal. Fast break. Nope. Guerin will walk it up. Over to Knowles. Back out to Guerin, top of the key. McNeil, foul line extended right. Knicks taking their time. Defense tough for the Lakers. Now they pass it to Green, and it hit off his hands and out of bounds. And they do give the ball to Los Angeles. This is the first game ever for the Lakers in L.A. from mid-October 1960. As we pay tribute to Elgin Baylor. No changes for the Lakers. 10-19, second quarter. The play call is for Selvey, foul line right. Selvey feeds Felix. Back to Selvey. Will he take the jumper? McNeil falls down. Selvey drives in the paint, and Green got a hand on it. And West will get it. He grabs the board, passes it out to Selvey. We send it back up. LaRusso, baseline left. Green defending. LaRusso has the defense fall away from him, but Knowles will pick up the rebound, and they can't get anything out of it. Now McNeil at the point. No sports today, just basketball. And a steal by Selvey. McNeil got lazy with it. West in the paint to LaRusso. Looks inside. No, Lakers have gone cold from the court. But Green gets called for a second foul, and LaRusso will go the line for 2. 9:38 to go in the first half. 35-31 Lakers. Yep. Well, in 74 was the year that the Celtics won the NBA championship. So you're going to get a lot of Celtic games then. A lot of regional games, too. So LaRusso, 7 points and a rebound to the line for 2. And misses the first. Lakers are shooting 38% from the free throw line. Yeah, Pat Summerall did the games the first year with Oscar Robertson, I think, in the playoffs. LaRusso hits the second. 36-31, Lakers by 5. Guerin. Cross court to Nautilus. Foul line right. Jumper good. The Knicks are now shooting 50% from the field. West. Trying to feed Baylor out on the wing. Guarded by Willie Knowles. 36-33 Lakers. And Knowles blocks the shot. Green snags the rebound for the Knicks. Baylor has missed 5 straight. Now Green the other way. This is to cut the lead to 1. Over to Imhoff. Darrell with a shot over Felix, and that is no good. Rebound, West. That's the third for Jerry. Half-court offense. West walks it up. Foul line extended left. Guerin's got him way outside. Long jumper. That would be a 3 today. It's only a 2. And West has 5, 38-33. Now McNeil. Foul line right. Guarded by Selvey. Jumper. No. Selvey commits the foul. That's his second. And McNeil goes to the line for 2. So McNeil, an 83% free throw shooter. For Bob McNeil. Hits the first. 38-34. That is only the second free throw for the Knicks. Bud is in for Green. Imhoff is tired. Jolliffe comes back in for Felix, who needs a breather. Second free throw for McNeil is good, and it's a 3-point game, 38-35. So 8:29 to go, first half. Baylor from West in that red paint, double team over Knowles, and McNeil still gets the jumper. No. Is he fouled? He is fouled by Knowles as Baylor takes a seat on the court. And Elgin goes to the line for 2. For Willie, that's a second foul and the third on the Knickerbockers. Baylor's first. Finally breaks the schneid, and he now has 20 points. 4-point game. McNeil to the point. Garmaker comes back on the court for the Knicks. Bud slides to the small forward. Sears, 3 fouls in all, back on as the power forward, and not Arnold Palmer, the center. No changes for the Lakers. Their bench is ready when it's needed. Second for Baylor is good. So the Lakers by 5. And McNeil will walk it up the other way. My dear friend Dave Little will have some basketball for you, as he does every Friday night around 8 Eastern, 7 Central. He's doing some 71-72 playoffs. If you are a fan of old NBA basketball, check out Dave Little's channel for that every Friday night. McNeil. into Sears with foul trouble. Sears with a little runner in the paint. No. Rebound, LaRusso. Oh, Baylor's got it. That's his 6th. And there's a bug in the game. Baylor's going to go shoot. That is not a 90-foot shot. It's good! He had it the other way. It's not an offensive rebound. Lakers by 7. Garmaker quickly over to Bud the other way. Backs in over Baylor. Point-blank range, and Baylor does not commit the foul. And so it's 42-37. LaRusso wants it on the baseline left. West to Selvey. Back to West at the top of the key. To LaRusso. Penetrates on Bud. No, back out to West. Now LaRusso again. And that is into Baylor. Back to LaRusso. And that's no Baylor with it. Man, this chalkboard's messed up. 25 for Baylor. Lakers by 7. McNeil to Sears. Foul line right. Baseline jumper. No, and that's out of bounds. And that's going to be LA ball. 7:22 to go. No changes for the Lakers. Yep, Baylor appeared on the episode of The White Shadow. Baylor was a longtime GM for the Clippers, too. 7:22. Second quarter. West will feed Baylor on a pick and roll. Well, Selvey will try. Baseline right. Cross court. Into Baylor trying to get another foul on to Sears. 10-footer for Elgin. Blocked by Sears. How about that? To Palmer with the rebound. Let's see what the Knicks do. They don't run the break. That's a half-court offense. Palmer the other way. Steps back. Gives it to Garmaker. Foul line right. Garmaker hits Selvey. No call. Garmaker off the glass, and it's good. Selvey won the offensive foul call. Won't get it. And here come the Lakers the other way. 44-39, 6:55 in the half. West from Selvey. Jumper from the free throw line is good. That's 7 for Jerry. And it's 46-39. Now McNeil on the perimeter. Palmer. Jolliffe guarding in the paint. Stolen by Baylor. That pass was for Bud, and Baylor intercepted it. Now West. Selvey inside the paint to Baylor. Bounce pass back out to Selvey. Baylor from around the key gets a good look inside. Blocked by Sears. And Bud will get the rebound. Palmer with his 3rd. Knicks run the break. Palmer to Garmaker. Garmaker over to Sears. Penetrates. That's good. So Palmer gets the assist. First 2 points for Sears, and it's a 5-point game. Lakers send it back up. Selvey running the point. He's going to drive on Garmaker. Sears tries to cut him off. Selvey, short little runner, no. Rebound fought for. Baylor will have it. Baylor with a second chance over Sears. Baylor, Bud interferes. No foul is called. But he's called by Palmer for the foul, and Baylor goes to the 2. It is and it isn't. The chalkboard's gone crazy a couple times. It makes basketball easier to call. For sure. It's only this third game I've done in the last 9 months. So some Laker players need some rest. Baylor 5 of 6 from the line. Hits the first. He's got 26. Guerin in for McNeil. Knowles moves to the small forward and Bud to power forward. Hot Rod Hundley and Tom Hawkins now in the backcourt. Baylor hits them both. 48-41, LA. Guerin will walk it up. Garmaker to Guerin. Knowles just outside the key. Steps in, from away runner. No, LaRusso snags the board. But Tom Hawkins gets called with a foul, and it's 2 shots. That's only the second foul on the Lakers in the quarter. Knowles is a 81% free throw shooter. Willie, good. We're going to give Elgin a rest. So Selby back in the game. At the small forward, Knowles hits them both. So Willie's got 11. 48-43 Lakers. Hot Rod Hundley runs the floor. And to feed Jolliffe inside, guarded by Palmer. Jolliffe in the paint. Over Palmer and hits the little jumper. 50-43 Lakers. Now Guerin. Into Palmer, being guarded by Jolliffe. Turnaround jumper, good. 5:14 to go. Hundley for LaRusso. Little pick and roll action, guarded by Bud. LaRusso spins outside, goes in the paint, little hook, good. 10 for LaRusso, and it's a 7-point Laker lead. Guerin into Knowles, over Selvey in the paint, and he hits the bucket. So Guerin with 6 assists. Knicks hanging close, 52-47. Tom, I remember that. Yep, and any notes you guys send me, we'll get on. Tom Hawkins did Notre Dame color in the 70s. He and Dick Enberg actually called the infamous end of the UCLA winning streak in Notre Dame. I remember that game. And then went to work for the Dodgers. As a broadcaster or in the office or what? Hundley into LaRusso once again. Baylor ready to come back in. LaRusso spins. No. Guerin with the rebound. That's his second. Knicks run the break. 3-on-2. Guerin calls his own number over Hundley. Knowles. No. LaRusso gets the board. And the Lakers 2-on-2 the other way. Hundley and Hawkins. Hundley over to Hawkins. Drive, shoots, no. Garmaker with the board. Another break. Back and forth we go. Garmaker. Hawkins out to greet him. Garmaker drives, spins, scores. 3-point game, and that's 6 for Garmaker. Lakers take their time to set it up. Hawkins, foul line right. And a drive on Palmer. Hawkins in the paint, one-hander, good! 3:59 to go. Guerin. Palmer now. Jolliffe creating a fracas. No. Howie. No. Palmer with the second chance. No. LaRusso with the board. And they'll set up the half court. 3:45 to go. And, okay. So, Hundley. Top of the key. Guarded by Guerin. Should call his own number. He does. Rebound off the front of the rim. Controlled by Jolliffe. That's his third. Howie will shoot over Palmer in the paint. No. Bud with the board. Or Guerin, rather. Knicks will do a half court. 3.5 to go. Nollis just outside the key. No. LaRusso with his fourth rebound. Lakers 3-on-3 gold rush. The other way. Selvey running. Does he shoot? Selvey needs to get off the court. He runs over Garmaker, and Selvey's called for the charge. So Imhoff comes back in for the Knicks. And Jolliffe moves to the power forward. So West and Hundley in the backcourt. Actually, what I can do... Hawkins the small forward. Baylor in at power forward. And Felix in at center. 3:07 to go first half. 54-49 Lakers. And the first ever NBA regular season game that counts in the Pacific time zone. The home opener, the franchise opener for the LA Lakers. They have come from Minneapolis to stake claim to the Golden State. They joined the Rams, who moved out in the 40s. The Dodgers, who moved out after the 57 season. And San Francisco, the Giants, remain in the 49ers up the coast. But the Kings would come in the expansion of 67. Garmaker, now to Guerin. Outside from the foul line, no, and that's off the board and out of bounds. 2:53 to go. West will call his own number. West outside from the free throw line. That's good. He's got 9. And the Lakers are up 56-49. Now Guerin drives past West. Off the glass, no. Off the rim, and Imhoff will get called for basket interference, but there's no offensive. So Imhoff interfered. That takes 2 points off the boards for the Knicks, and that's technically a turnover. So Baylor, being guarded by Bud, works the paint. Baylor having himself a day. Short jumper, that's good, and Elgin's got 29. Guerin, Garmaker, Guerin, top of the key. Jumper, no. Rebound, Hunley, I think. No, Baylor with his 8th. Going to feed Tom Hawkins in the paint. Hawkins over Imhoff. Little jumper is no good. Out to West. Yes. Kicks it back out to Hunley. And the Lakers will take their time and set up the half-court offense. A fresh clock, under 2 minutes. Hawkins will drive baseline left past Knowles. Baylor's there too. Imhoff will cut off Hawkins, and the shot is no good. I believe that's a foul, and it is on Bud. So Hawkins goes to the line for 2 with 1:48 to go first half. Hawkins is 60% free throw shooter. It's the first, 59-49 LA. Green in for Bud. No changes for the Lakers. Second one from Hawkins is no good. Off the glass. And Imhoff snares the rebound for the Knicks. Knicks haven't scored in 2:43. Knowles from the foul line right breaks the drought. He got his own rebound, actually. And 59-51, 90 seconds to go. West puts up a finger. Hunley gives him the ball. West back out to Hunley. Garmaker is a good defender. Hunley will take the bad jumper, and that is rebounded by Imhoff, and the Knicks come back the other way. Now Knowles kicks it outside to Guerin, top of the key. West goes for the steal. Guerin takes advantage, hits the jumper, and Hunley commits the foul, his first. So 59-53, Guerin. Richie Guerin is 79% free throw shooter. Shoots the 3 and hits. So 59-54, minute 6 to go. The Knicks have cut the lead to 5. West calls for a pick and roll. Baylor being guarded by Green. Baylor inside. Good look, but Green reaches over for the late block. Only to Hawkins, though, who gets the offensive board. Hawkins puts it right back up over Knowles. Yes! 5 for Hawkins. 53 seconds to go in the half. Guerin walks it up to Garmaker. Over to Knowles. Imhoff. Well, it says Guerin. Imhoff. Imhoff over Hunley. No. Rebound controlled by Jerry West. That's 5. 43 seconds to go. Hundley. I'm good, Buckshot. Baylor. Green with the defense. Baylor over Green. Guerin really got a piece of that, but they don't call... Oh, Guerin fouled him. So Baylor will go to the line. He's got 29 points here in the first half. 29 points. See, once in a while we get these tribute games right, gang. 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Baylor, it's the first. He's got 30. Bud comes in. Sears, who has 3 fouls, comes in at center. Second one from Baylor is off the front of the rim, and Guerin will get it. Nix, Guerin, right side, drives over West, uses glass, no. Baylor gets his 9th board. Gold rush for the Lakers. Baylor, Hawkins, and Hundley. Hawkins will have it. He's in the paint, passes out to Baylor on the wing. Baylor drives and scores. 32 for Elgin Baylor on his own tribute game. How about that? End of the second quarter coming up. Knowles outside. Willie collides with Felix off the glass. Is there a foul called? Yes, Felix will get called for his first, and Guerin, with 1 second left, will go to the line for 2. Willie hits the first. He should get 50. Knicks make some changes. Palmer goes in at center. Starters come in for the Lakers. Knowles hits them both, 64-56. And that'll do. West will hold the ball, and that will be the end of the first half. So, our score after 24 minutes, it's the Lakers 64 and the Knickerbockers 56. We'll be back with the third quarter tip right after this. Well, Baylor, 32 points, 9 rebounds, including 5 from the offensive set, 4 assists. LaRusso with 10 points. For the Knicks, Knowles, their leading scorer, with 17 and 5 boards. Guerin, 9 points and 6 assists. Nobody really in too much foul trouble. Sears with 3, and so does Selvey. LA 51% from the floor, which is worth its weight in gold in 1960 value. And the Knicks aren't too shabby either. The Knicks are 8 for 8 from the line. The Lakers are just 12 for 23. So, hope you're enjoying this. I don't do a lot of basketball. It's hard, although it's the one sport I've actually done on the radio. But hope this sounds okay. I think we picked the right game for Baylor, though, don't you? 32 points, 9 boards at the half. Second half tip. Starting 5 for everybody on the floor. And it will be the Knicks that win it. They trail by 8. Knowles just outside the key. Shoots no. Selvey with a rebound. Oh, he's fouled by LaRusso. So Knowles, who's 5 for 5 from the line, gets to give the... Well, he hits the first. He's got 18. And so the lead is 7. Second one, no. LaRusso should get the rebound. Sears and LaRusso fight for it. LaRusso's got it. West will feed Baylor. Guarded by Sears. Foul line left. Baylor in the paint. He's going to go over Sears and hits it. So 34 for Elgin. Now Guerin walks it up. Garmaker. Foul line. Well, he's going to drive in the paint and hits it. That's 8 for Garmaker. Now West. Selvey. Foul line extended right. Baylor will feed him. Garmaker, a good defender. Selvey takes the jumper. No. There's a foul on the floor. Garmaker didn't like that call at all. Selvey goes to the line for 2. Selvey, 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Yep, soft rims. USC played their home games here at the Sports Arena. Actually, this is where John Kennedy's convention was, at the Sports Arena in 1960. Didn't take the nomination there. I don't know what year Poly Pavilion was built. I can't imagine USC and UCLA shared a football stadium, the Coliseum. But I can't imagine they shared a basketball court. Selvey's first. No. Second one coming. 66-59 Lakers. No, he missed them both. And Sears with a rebound. Here come the Knicks. Knowles. And there's a shot clock violation. They ran out of time. Carl Braun, the coach of the Knicks, not a happy camper. LaRusso from Selvey. Knowles not paying a heck of a lot of attention to LaRusso. And he's fouled by Knowles. So LaRusso goes to the line for 1. He is 2 for 5. On the day, he's a 79% real-life free throw shooter. And he missed. The Lakers are Charles Barkley terrible from the line. Imhoff with the rebound. And there's a foul as the New York sets it up. It's a double foul. West and Guerin were saying, welcome to the Golden State, and exchange sneers. And to get this one back into there, they're saying this isn't a hockey game. Get it together. And so Guerin hit with his second and West with his first. No changes. Sears inbounds it for New York. It's still New York ball. Guerin to Garmaker from the left wing. Selvey goes over to try to make the steal. And instead, I believe Selvey is going to get called with a... No, Baylor's called for his third. That was on Selvey, but they charged Baylor instead. So Garmaker, a 77% free throw shooter, to the line for 2. And he hits the first, 66-60. Second, good. So Garmaker in double digits, he's got 10. And the Lakers will bring it up, 10-20 to go in the third quarter. Baylor, way out there on the wing, on the perimeter. Long, that would be a 3 today. No, off the front of the glass. Guerin will get the rebound. That's his 5th. Knicks will run the break. You can see that one coming. Guerin's going to keep it himself. He stops, pops. No, he passes it to Garmaker. Garmaker drives. No, that goes out of bounds. The finger roll off the rim, and he just shot it too hard. So soft rims indeed, and it's a 5-point game. 2 minutes into the second quarter. West. Baylor, guarded by Knowles in the paint. Baylor tries to send his own screen over Knowles. Jumper, no. Knowles snares his 6th rebound, and here come the Knicks on a break. 4-on-4. Knowles over to Sears. Back to Guerin. Penetrates. No. Knowles. No. Felix snares it. And they'll set up the half court. Baylor with Knowles guarding. from Selvey. Baylor lays it up. No. Around and out. Guerin with the rebound. That's a 6. Again, the Knicks run the break. Guerin, coast to coast. Casey off the glass and in. That's his 11th, and it's now a 3-point game. The Knicks have made a game of this. They won the real life opener, by the way, by 10. Selvey. Baylor, foul line left. Jumper, no. Knowles boxes out for the rebound. That's his 8th. Willie. Again, because he's going to go coast to coast. No, passes to Guerin. Back out to Knowles. Knowles top of the key. Guarded by Baylor. Drives. Felix gets in there. That's off the glass. No. Sears with the rebound. Second by the cherry for Sears. Yes. 1-point game. 66-65. Pick and roll with Felix. That's the call. LaRusso to Baylor. He's back out to LaRusso driving. No. A baseline jumper wouldn't go. LaRusso gets his own rebound, however. He's got the ball. He's going to take another shot over Sears, and that one's good. So LaRusso with 12, 8:50 to go. Third quarter. Guerin the other way. Hits it so hard, it goes out of bounds. And the clock is stopped with 8:38 to go. Palmer in for Imhoff. No changes for the Lakers. West. They pass it around. Baylor. Guarded by Knowles in the paint. Baylor tries to get around Willie. Baylor lays it off the glass. Palmer with a late D, but Baylor scores. He's got 36. And Palmer gets called with his 3rd foul. So Baylor goes to the line to complete the 3. Imhoff back in for Palmer. Baylor has 36. His freebie good. Make it 37. Lakers 71. Knicks 65. Guerin will walk it up. Calls out the play. Garmaker. Foul line right. Good. He's got 12. Lakers taking their time. Now West. Defers on the shot. Feeds Baylor in the paint. Over Sears and Knowles. And Knowles is going to get called for the foul. Or Sears, rather. Baylor said he was touched. He goes to the line for 2. He's 9 for 11 from the line. Hits the first. 72-67 LA. 38 for Elgin Baylor. Green comes in for Sears, who has 4 fouls. Second one from Baylor is off the glass, but right in the waiting arms of Jerry West. To Selvey. Selvey, right wing. 18-footer. Oh, he collided with Imhoff on the drive. Is there a foul called? Well, he got the bucket. Does he get the foul? Yes, he does. He gets to go the line for 1. And that's the first one for Imhoff. 75% free throw shooter. This time he converts. And it's 75-67 LA. Garmaker running the point. Waits. Finds Knowles right side. Baylor. Over Baylor. No. Felix. Gets the jumper rebound. That's his 5th. Half court. Lakers taking their time now. No need to rush. LaRusso. Baseline left over Knowles. Will take the outside shot and hit. 14 for LaRusso. 77-67. Here's Garmaker. Knicks trail by 10. Guerin, right wing. Shows and goes, and he gets called for the double dribble. So Palmer comes back in at center. 7:09 to go. Third quarter, Lakers by 10. 77-67. Selvey now on the right. Wants to feed LaRusso, baseline left. LaRusso's been deadly out there. And he loses control of it. Green forces the turnover. And it is indeed New York ball. Imhoff back in the game for the Knicks. Jolliffe comes in for the Lakers. Guerin to Garmaker. Foul line right. Jumper goes out of bounds, and it's Laker ball. West. Going to feed Baylor in the paint. That's the play call anyway. West outside. Finds Baylor, who goes up over. Baylor drives over Knowles, and Baylor commits the offensive foul. That's his fourth. 6.5 to go. Here in the third. Knicks trail by 10. Garmaker, right wing. Will he take the jumper? He's going to drive, and Jolliffe commits the foul, and Garmaker will go to the line for one. Garmaker, 76% free throw shooter, has 12 points in the ballgame. No changes for the Lakers as Garmaker hits the freebie. 77-68. Alexa, what's my notification?
One new notification. From Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Burlington. It'll be in effect until March 26, 2 p.m. EDT.
Some nasty weather rolling through the area here. We went from 70 yesterday, and we're going down to 38 tonight. West to Baylor. Baylor should kick this back out. That's the play call. Yep, back out to West. Foul line. 18-footer from the free throw. Drives back out to Baylor, and Imhoff with the steal. West needs to take that shot all the time. Knicks run the break. 4-on-3. It's Willie Knowles from a jumper. No, to Guerin. Back to Knowles. Guerin in the paint. That's good. So they play tic-tac-toe on the break. Halfway home here in the quarter. West. Guarded by Guerin. Going to drive past Guerin. Imhoff cuts him off. West shoots. No. Jolliffe with the rebound, however. That's his fourth. Howie will shoot. Over Imhoff. Gets in the paint off the glass. Green is there. It's good. So Jolliffe, and he's fouled by Knowles. So the Lakers go to the line to complete the three-point play. But in for Knowles. Hawkins in for Selvey. Jolliffe hits the freebie, 80-70 Lakers. And you can feel it starting to cool off in here, so you know it's going to be a good storm. Green, cross court to Garmaker. Back over to Bud. Over to Palmer. Guerin, top of the free throw line. Garmaker, back to Guerin. Knicks passing it around. Lakers playing tough D. Green tries to get in over LaRusso, and it's a double dribble. All that for naught. They passed it around. They took 14 seconds and got nothing out of it. So the Lakers, half-court offense. Hawkins. Top of the key. Spins in the paint from LaRusso. Over Imhoff. Hawkins shoots good. 82-70. Lakers now in the bonus the rest of the quarter. Guerin the other way. Over to Bud. Bud in traffic. Tries the runner. Hits it. 5:06 to go. Knicks in a half-court press. West. Breaks it. Tries to feed LaRusso on a pick and roll in the paint. Guerin with the defense. LaRusso over Guerin. No. Rebound. LaRusso gets his own board. They'll pass it back around. Get a fresh clock. West sets up the offense. Baylor with Green on defense. Baylor under the basket. Turns around. Spins. No. But he's fouled by Green, and that's his third. So two-shot foul, 4:40 to go, third quarter, 82-72 Lakers. First shot good. That's 39 for Baylor. Palmer comes in at center for the Knicks. Hot Rod Hundley comes in. Baylor misses the second. Oh, in the bonus, it's 3 to make 2. And he does. 84-72. Elgin's got 40. Guerin, foul line. Top of the key. Shoots, no. Rebound, LaRusso. That's his 8th. All sorts of options. Hundley will feed Hawkins out top of the free throw line. Hawkins stops. Does he pop? Well, he won't drop, but he will pop. But Garmaker gets called for the foul, and Hawkins goes to the line, 3 to make 2. The Lakers are only hitting 53% from the free throw line. Hawkins has 7 points and 3 boards. First one, good. So LaRusso goes to the bench. Selvey comes back into small forward, and Baylor's going to need a breather in a second. At the power forward, Hawkins misses the second, but it's 3 to make 2. 85-72 Lakers. 4:15, third quarter. Hawkins missed everything. Green with a rebound. That barely hit the rim. Now Garmaker the other way. They trail by 13. Green with Baylor in the paint. And Hawkins with a steal. Hawkins just reached in there and stole it. Half-court offense. Selvey wants it. Baseline left. Hundley trying to find him. Selvey's got it. Garmaker on the D. Selvey from 17. Yes! 87-72. That's 9 for Selvey. Green in the bud in the pick and or roll, and that's a 3-second violation on the Knickerbockers. Laker ball, 3:40. Bob Leonard coming in. No. Bob Leonard coming in for Selvey. Hundley will feed Baylor inside. Green on the defense. Baylor penetrates, hesitates, little rainbow. Bud commits the foul, and Baylor gets 3 to make 2. So Elgin Baylor has 40 points. And was such a huge part of what would be an amazing decade for the Lakers. They would go to a number of NBA finals. They would always be stymied, but they would make it. First one for Baylor, good. It's hard to believe, as successful as the Lakers were, that they never won a championship with Elgin Baylor. They've won 17 since, but it took them until 1972 to do it. Second one good. 89-72. Lakers up 17. Guerin feeds to Palmer in the paint. Palmer penetrates. Yes. He's got 6. 3:18 to go. Baylor. Now he'll try from Hawkins. Jolliffe back out to Hawkins. Baylor, baseline left. Will he take the jumper over Green? He does and hits. He's got 44. What a feed from Hot Rod Hundley. Now Green from Guerin with Baylor defending. Green will drive. Baylor can't get there. Leonard does, and I believe it's 2 and a foul. Leonard with a foul. That's his first. And Green goes to the line for one. LaRusso will give Baylor some time on the bench. 2:52 to go in the third. Green hits the last of the three. 91-77. Pick and roll of Jolliffe is the call. Hunley, foul line right. Feeds Jolliffe on the pick and roll. Jolliffe tries to go over Palmer with the jumper. No. Is that Garmaker with the... No, Bud with the rebound. Knicks have the break. They go 2 on 2. Guerin to Garmaker on the feed. Garmaker. And Garmaker gets called with a charge. That is his fourth. McNeil comes in. 2:30 to go. 91-77 Lakers. Hunley, foul line right or left, will take his own number. LaRusso back. Hunley clears out he's going to drive on Guerin. He puts it off the glass and in. So the first basket for Hunley, and it's 93-77. Guerin the other way, feeds Green in the paint over LaRusso, and it's not Tony, but Green will hit the jumper. 93-79. Guerin's got a double-double, 13 points and 10 assists. Hunley trying to find Hawkins. Bounces one into LaRusso. No, Hawkins takes a jumper himself. Palmer got a hand on it. Blocked it from behind, but out of bounds. So the Lakers, with 10 to go on the shot clock, get the ball back. So West comes back in the game at the point. Hunley moves over to the 2 guard, and Baylor in for LaRusso. Jerry West going to drive on Richie Guerin. After the feed from Baylor, West penetrates. Palmer comes over, and I believe Palmer gets called for his fourth. On Baylor, they said Baylor was shooting, so Baylor again, 3 to make 2. Hits the first. 45 for Elgin Baylor. Yeah, Palmer got a little handsy, didn't he? Baylor, someone said 60. I think he's going to get that. It's the second. 95-79. The Lakers have taken control. He's got 46. McNeil. Foul line jumper. Cut off. Are you going to drive? Jolliffe cuts him off. Ball is pulled down by Jolliffe. 90 seconds to go. Hunley and Baylor on the break. Baylor. What will he do here? Will he shoot? New York slowed it. He finds Hunley in the paint. Hot rod. He's got 4. That was too easy. 97-79. Now McNeil, top of the line. Over to Green in the paint. Guarded by Baylor. Green, little runner. Yes. 13 for Green off the bench. And Jolliffe gets called for the foul. Imhoff comes in. So does Felix. 1:12 to go in the third. Green hits the freebie. 97-82. West wants Hunley. Foul line right. Hunley, jumper. Oh, goodness. That's an air ball. And the Knicks get it. 59 seconds to go. Sears back in. So the Knicks have 4 players with 4 fouls. Sears, Garmaker, Knowles, and Palmer. Baylor has 4 fouls. Selvey with 3. Guerin walks it up. Last minute of the third quarter. McNeil. Hunley reaches in for the steal. Can they get the break? 3 on 3 the other way. Hunley, does he take it himself? He does. He drives. He makes it. Hunley goes coast to coast. 99-82 LA. Guerin. McNeil. Back to Guerin. The Knicks trying to find something. Bud. Inside. One-hander. Yep. 99-84. 28 seconds to go. West. Shovels it off to Leonard. Back over to Hunley. The Lakers playing perimeter. Baylor in the paint. Gets the feed. Rises and rebound. Baylor. He's got a double-double. Second bite of the cherry. Goes over Green. No. Green with the rebound. 14 seconds. Knicks run the break. Guerin. Back to McNeil. McNeil. No. Guerin with the rebound. Back out to McNeil, and now they'll hold for last shot. 99-84. Green in the paint. Knicks trying to get some more. Buzzer sounds good. So we've played 3 quarters. We'll tip it for the 4th right after this, but it is the Lakers 99, the Knickerbockers 86. You're watching the Elgin Baylor tribute game right here on Retro Sports Network. Whoever the new sub is, thank you very much. It doesn't show me, but I see I got a new one. Baylor, 46 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists, as the Lakers are now up 13. And I know pro basketball runs a long time. It's just 1:30 now, and we're just starting the 4th quarter. So thanks for hanging in there. Sears and Felix on the jump. And it is won by Sears. He tips it to McNeil, and that's how the 4th quarter starts. McNeil. Garmaker, foul line left. And he's fouled by Selvey as it starts to thunder here. So 1 shot for Garmaker. And that is no good. Sears, however, gets the offensive board, and he's going to lay it up off of Felix and hits. So 99-88. West feeds Baylor in the paint over Green. Inside jumper, no. And Sears with the board. So the Knicks trying to make a bit of a run here. In fact, they'll go fast break. McNeil tries to go coast to coast like Casey. And LA gets back to defend. He passes out to Sears, and I have no idea what you're watching. But it goes out of bounds. McNeil thought Sears was there, and instead he found Roebuck, and it went out of bounds. 99-88 Lakers. West tries to find Baylor. Instead, he takes the jumper himself from inside the foul line and hits it. So 11 for West, 101-88. Garmaker the other way. Pick and roll with Sears. Stelvey gets in and steals it. Can they run the break? No. Half court. Lakers in no hurry with a big lead in the 4th quarter. Selvey. Give me an option here. Yeah, thank you. Going to feed Ray Felix. Selvey Leonard instead goes to Phoenix, and that is no good. But Bud with a foul, and Slick goes to the line for 2. 10:43 to go. Leonard hits the first. That's his first point. Lakers, despite the big lead, are doing terrible from the line. 24 for 42. Second one from Slick is good. 103-88. McNeil walks it up for the Knicks. Pass back from Garmaker. Lakers playing good perimeter defense. Feeds it inside perimeter. Sears, little runner, no. And Felix with a rebound. West. They'll walk it up. Selvey. Foul line, Leonard. Selvey out from the right wing. Long jumper. And he's called for the foul. He pushes off, and that's 5. So Hawkins goes in. Sears in the box. Kicks it out to McNeil. West guarding McNeil with a shot, no, from the foul line. Green will get the rebound. That's his 5th. Green will take the second bite out of the cherry and hit. So 103-90. And we go under 10 minutes. West is going to call his own number. Drives past McNeil off the glass, and no, can't finish. McNeil defends, boxes out, and McNeil will walk it up. McNeil from Sears, top of the key, back over to Sears. Kenny shoots, no. LaRusso with a rebound from 15. LaRusso's got 9. Lakers see 3-on-1. LaRusso with only Garmaker back. LaRusso finds West. West drives. Yes, sir. LaRusso his 4th assist. 105-90. Now Garmaker. Out to Sears. Sears. Long jumper will go out of bounds. And that will be Laker basketball. Sears wanted a foul called. Then the officials say no. Palmer in for Sears. No changes for the Lakers. I hit the wrong button. They're going to try to find LaRusso. I bet this gets stolen. Felix takes the shot instead, off the rim, and LaRusso's called for basket interference. Offensive goaltend. 9 minutes to go. McNeil. Knicks trail by 15. Over to Palmer. Palmer from 10, no. And the rebound is controlled by Ray Felix. West, Baylor in the paint. Over Bud. Baylor, no. Rebound McNeil. Hit off. But Bud get called for a foul. And Baylor will go for, it's not a shooting foul. It's a one-shot foul. Meaning not a shooting foul, he doesn't get 2. So Knowles comes in at small forward. 3 on the floor right now for the Knicks with 4 fouls. Baylor hits it. 47 for Elgin. Guerin. Garmaker. Into Sears. Swings it inside. Little runner. LaRusso with the block. Does he get his own rebound? Baylor gets the rebound. His 11th. Lakers are going to run. Baylor, West, and LaRusso. LaRusso will find West, who drives. And no, he gets called for a double dribble. That's the 15th turnover for the Lakers. So here's Guerin. The other way. 8:27 to go. 106-90. Lakers up 16. Guerin gets called for the travel. So West, again, into Baylor. Baylor being guarded by Sears. Going to get the pass from Felix, baseline right. Felix will take the shot himself. No. Hit the side of the rim, and Felix gets called for the loose ball foul, and Garmaker will go to the line the other way for 1. 106-90, Lakers of Vermont. 8:02 to go in the ballgame. Freebie, good. 106-91. A full court press for the Lakers. West will call his own number, gets it across the line. Guerin reaches in. Jumper, no, but Guerin will get called for his third. Or Garmaker will actually get called for it. So 2 shots for West. Jerry. It's the first. He's got 14. 107.91. McNeil in for Guerin. No, for Garmaker. West hit them both. 15 for Jerry. 108.91. Lakers have just been consistent the entire game. Knowles, baseline right, drives, cut off by Felix. Willie's shot is no good. Is there a foul? Felix gets the rebound, and they'll go 4-on-3 the other way. Baylor, what's Elgin going to do? Elgin will hit the trailer. Jerry West back, and West throws it away. Oh, Baylor threw it away. Baylor tried to hit the trailer in West, and no, not even close. So Bud and Palmer in the game for the Knicks. Palmer, inside. Up over LaRusso, little runner, good. 108.93. West will call his own number. Walks it up. Hawkins. Baylor. Back out to Hawkins. West from the free throw. Nope, to Baylor. Back to West. Shoot it, Jerry. He's going to drive on Guerin off the glass and in. So Baylor has his 4th assist. West has 17 or 15, and it's 110.93. Now McNeil. Outside jumper, no. Right in the waiting arms of Mr. Felix. That's his 9th rebound. And the Knicks will walk it up. Or the Lakers will walk it up. West. 6:49 to go. Going to feed the tribute man, Baylor, with Bud guarding. Baylor. Runner? Yes. 49 for Elgin Baylor. 112.93. Guerin quickly back for the Knicks. Feeds Palmer in the paint over LaRusso. Lays it up. Lays it in. Again, give and go. West now, foul line right. Feeds Baylor in the paint. Bud, and that's stolen by Bud. That was telegraphed all the way. Bud, as the Knicks run a 3-on-1 break. Baylor back. Bud passes it to McNeil, the trailer. McNeil, no! He was too hard with a layup. But Felix with a foul, and McNeil goes to the line for 2. McNeil hits the first. 112.96. So Jolliffe in the game. And we'll bring Selby back in with 5 fouls. McNeil hits them both. This would be the eggs are in the cooler. The Jello's jiggling. Chick Hearn's having a good day. Baylor. Over Palmer. Scoop shot. Off the glass. No. Rebound. Well, Palmer gets called for his 5th, and Baylor goes to the line for 2. He's 17 of 21. Which means the rest of the Lakers are 11 for 25. This is for 50. 50. So Tribe fan said, did he get 50? He got his 50. Yeah, we still got 6 minutes to play. The Jello is getting, thank you, John. I knew someone would know that. Baylor, 51. What a performance by Elgin Baylor in his tribute game. So you can no longer buy Jucket's BS Tribute Games.com. 114-97 Lakers. McNeil over to Palmer. Back out to McNeil. Top of the key. West guarding. McNeil hits. You're not going to commit a foul here. You want that clock to run. 5:46 to go. West brings it up over to Selvey. Foul line right. Over to Jolliffe. Back out to Selvey. 17-footer time. He drives. Sears gets in the way. McNeil and Knowles will get the rebound. Knicks run the break. Knowles. Willie Knowles. Does he feed McNeil? Well, there's a foul. There's a whistle. And McNeil gets called for the push. 5:31 to go. Green in the game. He's got 3. Hot Rod Hundley. And we'll take Baylor off the floor. He'll be back in, folks, but let's give him his final minutes of rest. Hawkins inside is the call. Hundley feeds Hawkins. And Hawkins got a little too happy with it and gets called for the foul. 114-99. 5:14 to go in the ball game. Sears back in. Whoa! Oh, the lights just flickered here. March 26th, our first thunderstorm of the year. Guerin from the foul line. Top of the key. Will he shoot up? No, he feeds Sears in the paint. Sears tries to weather it and does. So 114-101. 5:04 to go. Hundley from Selvey. Foul line extended left. Hundley's going to take the jumper, and that missed everything. Don't get too cute. You haven't won this yet. 4:49 to go. Palmer comes in for center for the Knicks. Lakers 49% from the floor. The Knicks 40. It's a high percentage scoring game for both teams. Guerin. Garmaker on the wing. Foul line left. Cut off by Jolliffe as he drives in the paint. No. Howie gets the rebound. That's his 6th. And the Lakers will lock it up. Hundley. Baylor ready to come back in. Hundley from the foul line, and he somehow lost it out of bounds. Hot Rod just a bit too excited. That's why they call him Hot Rod. Imhoff comes in at center. Baylor comes back in for LaRusso. He gets a standing ovation. 51 points, 11 rebounds. Guerin, guarded by Hundley from the top of the key. Feeds it into Sears on a pick and roll. Sears lays it up over Baylor. Yes. That's 10 for Sears. Guerin has 12 assists. Richie's had a good game. Leonard, foul line right from Hundley. With Garmaker defending. Leonard drives over Garmaker off the glass and in. So Slick has 4. And we're under 4 to go. Guerin. Garmaker. They set screens. Over to Sears. Sears now to Guerin. Top of the foul line. Guerin drives over Hundley off the glass and in. And the Lakers will take that all day long. Because it burns up clock. 3:45 to go. They're passing it around. Lakers working clock. Jolliffe in the paint. Guarded by Imhoff. Jolliffe will try to spin around. Post up. Shoots. Yes. It's all working for the Lakers right now. No! Baylor, however, taps it in. He's got 53. So he knocked down the offensive rebound. Imhoff the other way. That's going to be a foul on somebody. No, it's not. Garmaker in the Knowles. So Guerin got the offensive board. Garmaker, top of the foul line. Cut off by Hawkins as he drives. That's no good. Sears with the rebound. That's his 7th. And the Knicks send it back up. 3 to go. Sears over Baylor. Lays it off the glass and in. And Hawkins commits the foul. So it'll be an old-fashioned 3 for the softer side of Sears. Green comes in at power forward. Sears at center. Not quite done and dusted yet. 118-107. No changes for the Lakers, but Sears misses the freebie. Knowles tipped it. No. Rebound Hawkins. The Lakers set it up. Baylor from Hundley. with Green. Backs down over Green. Shoots. Yes. 55. A double nickel for Elgin Baylor. 2:48 as you can hear the thunder behind me. Green. One-hander. No. Jolliffe with the board is 7th. And again, the Lakers won't do the fast break. 2:35 to go. 120-107. LA by 13. Pick and roll. Hundley finds Jolliffe. Jolliffe, 8-footer. No. Rebound, Sears. Nix on the break. Nollis. Does he find a trailer or does he shoot it himself? He finds Guerin trailing in the key. Guerin drives. Yes, sir. 120-109. Lakers. Ritchie is 17. Hundley walks it up. Baylor. Guarded carefully by Green. Little jumper. Yes, 57 for Baylor. And they just stand here in Los Angeles. Knowles inside. He traveled. It's not called. He hit the jumper. They're screaming on the bench. You can't hear it over the big old crowd. 122-111. Under 2 minutes to go. Hundley. Half-court trap by the Knicks. Baylor. Will he go back out to Hundley? Top of the circle. Shoots. No. Green with the rebound is 6th. Knicks bring it up. Works with the Garmaker. Now Sears with Jolliffe inside. Sears. Yes, 121-113. 134 to go. Hundley. They need a timeout. In fact, they'll take a timeout. 1:33 to go. Starters back on the floor for the Lakers. LaRusso by me. Going to feed West on the outside. West from the foul line. West gets called for the foul, and Sears goes to the line for 2. Or West goes to the line for 2. That sequence took no time whatsoever. As Chick would say, there are a lot of refs in the building, but only 3 are getting paid. First shot for Jerry's good. He's got 18. That's only a one-shot foul? Oh, the Knicks weren't in the bonus. 1:25 to go. 10-point lead for the Lakers. Knowles misses the jumper. Selvey snags the rebound. That's his 6th. And the Lakers go 3-on-4. Selvey, LaRusso. LaRusso trying to get fouled. LaRusso cuts it to West, the trailer. West will get fouled by Sears, and that's the end of Sears' night. 14 points, 8 boards, and 6 fouls. So again, West to the line for 1. 1:19 to go, and Jerry hits the freebie. He's got 19. 124-113. Carmaker. Back out to Knowles. Knowles throws it away. LA ball. Baylor. West on the dribble. Baylor foul line left. Baylor drives past Green off the glass. No, but he's going to be fouled. No, he gets his own board. Second bite of the cherry. Can he get to 60? Under a minute to go. Baylor feeds LaRusso on the block. Guerin with the steal, so no, he won't. And Braun, the coach for New York, calls time. They'll set it up. 42 seconds to go. So obviously Elgin Baylor is going to be our player of the game. He would be regardless. 57 points, 13 boards. LaRusso will, or Green misses the shot. Felix tracks it down, and the Lakers will walk it up. 57 points for Baylor, 13 boards, and 4 assists. West will feed Baylor. 23 seconds to go. Baylor Off the glass. No, but he's fouled. Oh, rebound by West. He's not fouled. West. 18 seconds. Now 17. He'll hold the ball. West. We'll run some clock. Down to 10 seconds. LaRusso. Baseline left. Fires it out to Selvi. Back out to LaRusso, who'll take the buzzer jumper. And it's stolen by Garmaker. I'm not sure it's going to matter at all. 5 seconds left. They take it in the front court. Will the Knicks even get off his shot? 1 second left. Garmaker, the buzzer. And no, sir. And that will do it. This is Baylor's 5th highest single game point total in his career. 42 minutes of thanks. He goes 19 for 40 from the floor. 19 to 23 from the line, 57 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists. So the final score, it's the Lakers 124, the Knickerbockers 113. And hopefully we paid Elgin Baylor the respect that he deserved. What a magnificent game. What a magnificent career. Elgin Baylor, Godspeed. And we'll talk to you Tuesday for some more Hockey Live on Twitch. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time. Good night, everybody.